This is part 2 of a 1,000-part series about why you shouldn't trust those MLM, buy term, and invest the difference reps. And the reason is they are full of false narratives and outright lies when they're talking about cash value life insurance. Here, he says that IULs are loaded with fees and that you won't have any cash value within the first 3 to 5 years. We're going to prove him wrong by taking a look at an IUL that I actually wrote. The issue date is April 10th, 2021, so the policy is a little bit more than 4 years old. The total cost basis between the monthly premiums and the extra annual dump-ins, $86,500. Accumulation value, that means the amount that's worth gaining me the index interest credits, almost $79,000. Out of that $79,000, how much is liquid? It looks like it's only $43,000. Let's add on the $30,000 of outstanding loan balance, so it's almost $74,000. Let's take a look at the lies. With a properly structured IUL, we have access to almost 90% of our money, and this person has already borrowed against it to help them pay a tax bill. How in the hell is that possible if there's no cash value for the first 4 or 5 years? They are lying to you. Now, obviously, we don't do IUL for the cash value that can be there in the first 4 or 5 years. Within the first 4 or 5 years, you're still paying off some of the cost of that life insurance. The reason I show this is to show that there is access to equity available in somebody who's actually using that money early on in the policy. So let's take a look at the long-term projections. We're estimating less than a 6% interest credit on that, but we're already outperforming. You can see at the end of year 4, the account value is projected just under $71,000 and the cash surrender value was projected at just over $65,000. We're outperforming on both of those numbers so far. When we look down to the 20-year mark, we see that there is no more surrender charge, so the account value and the surrender value are the same, and we're projected to have almost $600,000 of cash value that we can use to supplement retirement. Now let's scroll down a few more years until age 65. We'll see that the death benefit does hit $1 million and the cash surrender value hits $845,000. But we're also modeling taking tax-free distributions to supplement our retirement income. So you're going to see that the cash value and the death benefit start going down. But how much are we able to take out of this policy? It's $77,000 tax-free throughout our entire retirement. And again, those numbers are using an average index credit of less than 6%. Pretty conservative, and we're outperforming that right now. In order to get $80,000 of tax-free cash flow from a Roth IRA using the 4% safe withdrawal rate, we can work backwards and we can see that you would need $2 million of capital built up in a Roth IRA to give you that same amount of cash flow. So while an IUL doesn't have the same type of growth potential that the stock market does inside a Roth IRA, for example, IUL is a superior vehicle for income distribution in retirement because of the safety and the stability and all of the tax advantages as well. So when I look at an IUL and I'm thinking about risk-adjusted rate of returns where I can average 6 or 7% net of policy fees over time with absolutely no stock market risk,